Boom, we're back in the building. It's your boy D Friend.
For the Neil.
Back in the building of episode number 3,467 of the Absolute Sure podcast. Got a lot of things to get to, man. We weren't here last week. Last week was Valentine's Day. Trail was upset because I guess he doesn't have a Valentine, so he didn't have nothing to do that day. So we're back on this beautiful.
I mean, technically, it's still the same week.
Oh, yeah, damn, it is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm tripping. Okay, it's still Valentine's week, but we here in the building for a beautiful Thursday night episode for you guys. We got a lot of things to get into today. Possible downfall of America, Super Bowl stuff. I do want to talk to Bryce about the top 10 hip-hop list to come out just because, we like arguing about shit like that. YouTube CEO stepping down, Harry Potter gang, a whole lot of things to get into today. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, this is an Absolutely Unsure podcast, and you'll find everything there. So you got any good things for the week, for the people?
Man, I'm alive. I'm positive.
Okay, I ain't got no
For us, the good thing.
Salute Ward on the motherfucking building. Salute you, big dog. But good thing for me. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She's gonna turn 1 year old. It's been a fast year of her life. That's a great thing, good thing. Life's doing good. Shit's moving well. That's really all I got. Salute NJ in the building. Everybody okay? Maybe I don't want to be here on a Thursday night. Salute to y'all for being here with us tonight, man. We got a lot of things to get into. So, where do you want to land first tonight? Where do you want to land? There's a lot of, I forgot about that Epstein thing. I didn't really read too much into it, but I forgot to land in that.
Nah, I wanted to read more before I get into that anyway.
Okay.
That was so much.
There's a lot of shit in that document.
We can talk about it since it dropped, but I don't think we got to get into the
We can get to it later. But what's something fun to hop into right now?
I don't know how fun it is, but I know it's kind of it was kind of interesting seeing what Brett Favre was trying to do, evolving, clearing his name as far as suing Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp. I just found it hella outrageous, and it showed how crazy it is.
I think him suing them, I'm gonna say allegedly, because he ain't coming to look for sue for my ass, but I'm gonna say allegedly he did what he did. I mean, bro, just fess up to it. If you know what you did, you ain't get charged for it, you got away scot-free. I don't understand. My thing is this: if you got away with it, right, and probably none of Brett Favre's day-to-day situation have been affected, I'm not gonna keep bringing it up. I'm gonna just let it slide. Everybody else letting it slide, so why wouldn't I let it slide? But he's like, you know what? I'm gonna sue y'all ass and try to get some money. I don't know how he can get the money because he has to prove like malicious intent, but who knows? He's a Brett Favre moving like Jay Prince Jr.
Nah, it's crazy to think that he'll double and triple down like that. Because you gotta think, not only did he do it once, he doubled down and did it again, if I'm not mistaken.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So he put his hand in the cookie jar twice, and not only did he do that, now he's trying to sue niggas and shit like this. So
for talking about it.
Yeah, he seems like one of the all-time nastiest dudes as far as not killing people or being a serial killer, but yeah, I didn't know Brad Favre when I was watching him be a superstar. He was that type of dude. Like if this was Ben Roethlisberger, maybe I didn't see it coming for Brad Favre.
Yeah, you think Brett Favre, he seems like a nice, good dude, old Western motherfucker, but people do shady shit. When you get that money, when you get to the money and you got the ability to grab a bunch of money, a lot of people gonna grab the money, and that's just what Brett Favre did. So I mean, I most likely no, I wouldn't do something like that, but that's what people do when they get around that money. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear. Okay. I making sure. Just making sure. So let's just hop onto this real quick because I want to get your thoughts and opinions on this. This is something to heat up the conversation before we get into the show. That's what Dak Prescott would do. Let's get to this top. Top 10 lists are always debatable, but I had a pretty, not necessarily a bad reaction to this list. Most of it I felt was pretty good. Just the number 2 kind of perturbed me in the wrong way. So Billboard and Vibe dropped their top 10 rappers of all time, and as you would expect, number 1 is Jay-Z. All right, you expect that from like an industry type list.
Was you trying to show it on the screen?
I had to show it. There's only 10 people.
Okay. No, I thought you were showing it. I didn't know. I was just
reading it off the side. 1 is Jay-Z, 2 is Kendrick Lamar, 3 is Nas, 4 is Tupac, 5 is Eminem, 6 is Notorious B.I.G., 7 is Wayne, 8 is Drake, 9 is Snoop Dogg, and 10 is Nicki Minaj. That's the top 10. They did a whole top 50, but that's the top 10. So when I first saw the list, Slew OG Trigger OGC in the bill. When I first saw the list, I said, you know what? I ain't trying to hate on Kendrick Lamar. This is your people that's over here. I'm not trying to hate on Kendrick Lamar. I just don't like the. Am I freezing up? Am I glitching?
You just glitched a little bit, but before that you were good.
See, you might have anything. How many things you shared this to? That's what happens sometimes. You shared too many things. Did you share anything?
3. Yeah, it's a 3. How you unshare?
Yeah, you should. It should say you can just turn them off.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's not giving me the option to cut
your
shit off.
Yeah. I see it. I'm gonna cut off the YouTube one. See how it go. How it look.
Well, shit, the YouTube one where your people is at. Should have called the Facebook one. Another one.
Nah, people be watching on them hoes. They just don't be commenting.
Let me know if we good in the chat. Let me know.
Oh, hold on. The YouTube was
my
still
hand
on.
Look like it's frozen. Let me know if we good. Let me know if we look good.
It said error occurred. It's not letting me do it no way. Oh yeah, it did. It did it. Okay. The YouTube went on, Twitter went on, Facebook off.
We good? All right, we good. Anyways, like I was saying, Kendrick at number 2 is to me crazy. I feel like it's disrespectful. Like I said, I'll take. Obviously, I think Drake should be number 1. I'll take that out, right? But to think like that Wayne isn't deserving of that. If you're gonna just go totality, influence, impact, everything, right? And I give y'all Wayne found Drake, so whatever.
Can I ask you a question?
To think that Wayne shouldn't be number 1 or at least 2 is crazy.
What do you think their criteria was?
I don't know because whatever criteria it is, Lil Wayne to me would still be above Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I'm saying.
He got the record sales, he got the impact, he got the influence, he got everything more than Kendrick Lamar. He got a successful label. Like I feel like Lil Wayne is more of a staple in hip hop. If you just look at the history of it, then Kendrick would be like 20 years from now. Like I feel like Lil Wayne would still be like, that's just me. But
when I look at this list, let's take my bias out of it. How the fuck is Kendrick or Nas over Tupac? Same thing to go to Eminem, same thing go to Biggie. It go all the way down to really Snoop. And honestly, Snoop is bigger than Nas and Kendrick as well. Like I'm really not seeing it. Like if I'm gonna be real, there's no way. How could you even compare Tupac hits to something that Kendrick brought out? Even in Nas and Tupac time, Tupac was bigger. Like that just don't make sense. And then Eminem and Nas was kind of late 90s. Nas was in the 90s.
Eminem was like 99, but he really popped. Eminem was like really like blew up like early 2000s.
But it was still when I bring that up, it still was rap was still the same like culture. People you to be a rapper, you had to have a certain pedigree. So it wasn't like the 90s versus 2000s was so off as far as like quality or something like that. So even how big Eminem was, I'm just not seeing it. So I'm just so confused on the criteria because let's just look at like singles, albums, because let's just look at that.
I want to react to this thing. Wardu says Wayne's peak is probably one of the shortest on that list, excluding Nicki and Pac. What is Kendrick Lamar's peak? How long was Kendrick Lamar's peak? Because like I said, I'm not a big To Pimp a Butterfly guy. So if y'all gonna add To Pimp a Butterfly, in that, I wouldn't add that. That's just me. But like, what is his peak compared to Wayne's peak with mixtapes and that? Like, I don't get what you're saying.
Wayne's peak was almost 5 to 7 years.
I'm trying to figure out like, so when would you say Wayne's peak started?
Wayne had one of the longest peaks besides Drake and Jay-Z and Eminem.
Like, let's say okay, so what would you say? Like the dedications, like those were big when I don't know. I'm trying to see.
I'll say let's just use his albums. I'll say from Carter 2 to Carter 4.
So Carter 2 came out in 2005. Carter 4 came out in 2011. That's 6 years.
Cause Carter 2 had Go DJ, Fireman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When 8 times
he was hot way before then.
Yeah, I think Ward. I think you bugging. I think you bugging because his peak, even if you put his 6-year peak compared to anybody else's peak time frame, Wayne was like the that guy like majorly in that time frame. So like I said, with Kendrick, it's like, bro, you got Drake and you got J. Cole. Like I don't think he's ever surpassed them in any type, shape, way, or form. Like I said, y'all can say that's biased because I like Drake, but like, has he ever been way bigger than them? I don't think so. So I still think that Wayne should at least be. If we're gonna do the list, we should at least be number 2.
Let's be
like I said,
real.
Kendrick could be, and this is my thing too, because a lot of people like when you say something like this about Kendrick, like, what do you think Kendrick should ever? Kendrick could be in the top 10. I'm cool with that, but
not really.
I'm cool with him being in the top 10. Like if I'm gonna put my list, I'm cool with him being in the top 10, but he's not gonna be over Wayne in the top 10 list.
If I'm doing my list, maybe, but if I'm just going off this list, take him out, put Kanye in.
Well, I think that they didn't put Kanye because he's like
But me, that's what I'm saying. Let's be real though. Take Kanye, take him out, put.
No, I'm saying because he doesn't really write his raps. He got a lot of people writing for him. I think that's why they didn't put him in
there. I guess that may be, but I don't think
either that or they just well, no, he's number 11. They got him at number 11. So
yeah, he 11. Take him out and put Kendrick in. I mean, reverse what I just said. So
you would take out Kendrick over Nas, over Tupac, over Biggie, over Eminem, over Snoop Dogg, and Nicki Minaj.
He might be at 10 at Nicki. I'd probably put him over Nicki.
Okay.
Kendrick's
peak is 2011 to 2018? His peak? I mean, he had a couple years where it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, To Pimp a Butterfly, like, Untitled, Unmastered. It's like, that's peak? We're just giving peak? Like, what do you... I don't know. I don't know if that's peak. I mean, I get it. Do you think that's peak?
And really, like I said,
and even you say he has the shortest peak. Do you realize what you just did? You just did Kendrick's peak is 2011, 2018. That's 7 years. Wayne's peak is 2005, 2012. That's 7 years. That's the same amount of time. And think about it. In those 7 years between Kendrick and Wayne, who do you think had a bigger impact, bigger records, bigger sales, more like everything? Wayne from that time to that time.
Where's Ludacris?
There's a top 50 list, so they're there.
But that's what I'm honestly, bro. If I'm gonna talk about top 15 rappers of all time, I might have them over him, bro.
Over Kendrick?
Nelly, possibly, bro.
I wouldn't put Nelly over Kendrick. Nelly got big records and shit. But I would
yeah. Because we talking about rapping, but I'm saying like when we talk about impact and shit like that, bro.
I think Kendrick could be more impactful than Nelly. I'd give him that. I mean, I'm arguing the Wayne thing, but I don't know about the Nelly.
I'm just saying I don't put him at. I'm saying I put him at top 10 at first, but when I'm thinking about it, it may be some people that could edge him out. That's not on the list so far. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to go down to it to get like the top. I wish I would just put it in a list. I don't need to see like people's pictures and all that type of bullshit. But yeah, which I talk about in the chat. So Nelly, you trolling. His LMA don't do this. Ludacris is top 30. But post 2018 is shaky, so that's why he's 10 on my list. Every year he was musically active. It's been slightly more hits than misses. I could argue Uzi over Nelly at this point. Okay. I wouldn't say Uzi over. I know you're trying to sneak in. I know what you're trying to do here, Warder. You're trying to sneak in your little I just want to rock thing because it's still going. I give you that. So Pac and Big should be higher on that list. Also, I was thinking about the Pac and Big thing because I was listening to Charlamagne talk about this, and he was making the thing that he said that Kendrick and Drake shouldn't be on there because he feels they haven't been around long enough. I was like, bro, they've been around for 12 years already. I was like, Biggie had 2 albums and he died. So it's like, if Biggie's gonna be there, why wouldn't like Drake and Kendrick, especially like they've been at the top of their game for the time that they've been around. Like they've been one of the, besides J. Cole, the 3 people that people speak about the most. So that was just crazy. But Biggie, what do you say again? Pac and Big should be higher on that list. I mean, Pac's 4 and Biggie 6. Do you think, like, realistically, out of every criteria that Biggie should be over Eminem? We're talking about like just hits, sales, impact, all that. Like, is he over him? Like, maybe you like him. Depending on what criteria you doing.
If I'm gonna take the overall package, I would take Eminem at 7.
If you do overall package, so when you say overall package, what do you say? Skill, sales, impact, influence.
Singles. How
He
big
has to
those
be
singles was.
out of everybody on it. He'd have to be like top 4.
Who, Eminem?
Yeah, he's the highest seller out of everybody. He's talented like a motherfucker. It's just like
I understand
he
that.
gotta be
I'm
top
not.
4.
His sales is a big number thing about it, or about Eminem. But if we're gonna talk about his hits and how much his music actually impacted rap, I'm taking Tupac. I'm taking Biggie over them, like overall impact. So I know you can put the sales in there and stuff like that. Obviously, you can do the same thing with everybody's sales at this point. But Eminem if we was to look at just sales alone, Eminem gonna top everybody. Like,
Yeah, he be number 1.
and I just don't think that was vindicative of his necessarily impact when we talk about these greats. So I'll probably have, in no order, Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Wayne, top 3. Then I'll go into Tupac, Biggie, or any order, Tupac, Biggie. Then that's probably when I put in Eminem. I'm not really a big fan of Snoop, honestly. But
Yeah, I like Snoop's probably the most famous, whatever. But I don't know if me personally, I don't know if I put him there. I'm trying to get with the Pac and the Biggie thing. It's like I like I said, I like that shit, right? I like Biggie more than Biggie more than Pac.
Crazy,
but
bro.
To say that, but to put them above Eminem is like, it's kind of like,
think about Eminem's like number 1 hits, bro, and then think about they number 1 hits and they impact. I'm sorry, bro. M just doesn't stand the test of time to that. If we was to do a versus, Eminem would get washed.
But I mean, it depends on who's watching.
He will get washed. Anybody that's watching. Rap enthusiast, he will get washed.
It depends on who's watching. There's, like you say, like you tell me all the time. There's a lot of different hip hop. There's a lot of There's a lot of niggas that love Eminem.
The thing about that
Eminem wouldn't be the highest selling nigga if a lot of niggas ain't love him.
The thing about that statement though is Tupac stands and passes through all those categories except maybe young people. And then Eminem, when we come to that, he don't have young people either. So it's not going to be too much of a difference. I said, only argument you could say in the verses is like who playing the music and who decides to play what against what. But if we talking about, look at Biggie and Pac's top 20 songs, and then look at Eminem's top 20 songs, and then look at their top 3 to 5 albums, and how
3 to 5 shit. Biggie only got 2,
but those 2 are looked at as the fucking like the shit, like, bro, the silver. I don't know whatever to call it, but the top echelons. So I'm not saying that Eminem's not even close, but I don't know anybody saying any of Eminem albums top 10, top 15. And I can go in the same. I can say I don't think anybody's gonna say his singles are some of the top.
I mean, but like I said, it all depends on who you talk to. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say he got the best shit. Like he's not selling. He don't have multiple diamond albums, and niggas ain't gonna say he got the top shit. There's gonna be people out there.
I'm not arguing that part of it, but I'm talking about the mass consensus of rap people that's real rap fans. Yeah,
and I'm not going off. And I'm not going off just sales, NJ. I'm just saying, like, when you factor everything in, like let's say Biggie and Eminem talent. Let's say Biggie's an 8 talent and Eminem's a 7. Then we go sales. Eminem's a 10 and Biggie's a 6. And then we go to longevity. Granted, he died, so he can't really control that part. You give him a 10, and you get so there's different factors that will play into it. Like how we did a number scoring system for ours. If we was a number score each person, whose numbers would end up higher? I think that possibly Eminem's numbers could end up higher. Now, if you say who has more influence, like in like the like black rap world, then obviously Eminem's not gonna beat Tupac, or maybe even for the maybe for the white people they might put Tupac. But I feel like it'd be either more Tupac Eminem than Biggie Eminem. Just for Tupac is like a fucking brand, like more massive than anybody. I feel like. So I don't know. I just don't like Kendrick at number 2. that all comes down to I don't like Kendrick at number 2.
Yeah, it's an argument for all of those people we talking about, but for Kendrick, I'm just not saying it. The singles, he has some big singles, but none of those. Even when we compare his singles to Eminem,
talk to the chat real quick. Talk to the chat. This nigga going crazy.
When you compare Eminem to Kendrick and hits, that may be close. What do y'all think, y'all? What do y'all think, the chat? When we talk about verses, Kendrick versus Eminem, how would that come out? How would that stack? Obviously, what differentiate depends on who watching, but that's an interesting one. Because I was going to say, Drake has a bunch of fucking singles. Lil Wayne has singles, features, hits after hits after hits. That's why Jay-Z. That's why Jay-Z, Drake, and Lil Wayne top 3, bro. You can't like the amount of singles, the amount of hits, the amount of great albums. Like you can't beat it. Then you can get into the argument who's the top 4 through 6, whether that's Tupac, Eminem, and Biggie. But my conversation in that would be Kendrick probably can compete with Eminem, but maybe that's just off of my personal bias. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if that's fair to Eminem. But I honestly don't feel Eminem's impact in hip hop. Like, no one is sampling Eminem songs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and that doesn't like equivalent or I just threw up a word. That don't equal like greatness or anything like that. People sampling your songs, but I just feel like we respect Eminem for what he is and what he was. But let's look up some Eminem singles. Because it's. Mockingbird, My Name Is, Lose Yourself. I'm just when I go through this, like, yeah, he got some hard ones in the top 3 or 4. But after that, bro, it's not even close, man. When you talk about a Wayne, when you talk about looking at Biggie or Pac, like list of they top 10, top 15 songs, it's not close, bro. And now I'm looking at it. I might have Kendrick over Eminem if I'm being honest.
All right, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, what I was saying was, damn, I'm frozen.
You good now?
Man, how the fuck do I do this?
I might take Kendrick over Eminem.
Like I said, I think you're going on with your personal thing. We're talking about like who the biggest. Like, you know, hey, you the biggest.
I'm not sure about that, bro.
How are you not sure he's the biggest? What do you mean?
We know the white effect, bro. So I'm not gonna buy into it.
Hey, it's what he got. He can't help it.
I mean, when I'm talking about rapping, what's really respected and what really matter, we talking about rappers.
Who is really well respected if the people we name and respect him? That's like us.
But they don't respect him more than these other people.
What do you mean? When Kendrick Lamar said who he influenced by, he bring up Eminem.
More than Jay-Z, more than two. Like
if they say who influenced, if they say who influences you, you say out of every rapper in the world, if you say Jay-Z, Eminem, and whoever, let's say Nas, out of every rapper in the world,
I get Kendrick saying that.
Okay, you need other niggas that say Eminem,
like over the rap people, over Tupac, over Biggie.
I've heard his name before. I'm just saying I've heard his name.
And that's fine, bro. I'm still gonna argue that. I'm never gonna be like, oh my God, I'm stuck by numbers. Like people be like, oh, that's why you love Drake so much. I could give a fuck about the numbers. Like it's a part of it.
But if you talk about impact, he's still like those numbers roll into impact. Like they roll into influence. They roll into they're kind of like side by side with each other.
Because he had a wave, and what he did back in the day was a big thing. But when I talk about the long-term effects of that, do I still see him having that same impact? Do I see him?
He's still his dropping music right now, lasting, like 400K.
But his music, who's talking about his music? Nobody.
Like, is it relevant? We always had these arguments, and you're always on the side of there's more areas of hip hop than what just there's way more areas.
And I give you that.
Obviously, still fucking with him.
I give you that, but we talking about
ain't nobody
real,
on the
bro.
list. Ain't nobody on the list currently that's alive still is gonna drop an album and sell 400K. Nobody.
On what list?
Not even get close to.
Wait, what list?
This list that we talking about. I'm talking about old people that are on this list.
Lil Wayne is the only one that could do it. Oh, you talking about like top? Like what are you talking about? Like top?
Anybody
top 30 or something?
Who's on this list that's old? Because we're talking about who can still impact and whatever be talked about. Nobody's gonna do that when they drop an album. The old people.
I mean, that's cool, but
obviously Drake's gonna do it. Obviously, Kendrick, he did like 290. It's still good. Kanye probably will do it. But like the other people, obviously 2 of them are dead, so they're definitely not going to do it. But I don't know. The
Like I
impact is
said, just
still
because he
there.
sell 400K is irrelevant to me because that goes into him having a cult fan base and many other things. If I'm talking about who I actually think deserve to be top 10 greatest rapper of all time, after I started listening and actually looking at this list, I think there's an argument, even though their numbers are not there, Kendrick may be over Eminem. If I'm really being honest.
Right.
When I look at the singles, when I look at the albums, I know it's recency bias to a little bit, but I'm gonna take a limb, go on a limb and say that Kendrick
You on
albums
the
will be
limb.
more
That bitch
talked
about to
about.
break. You on the limb.
Kendrick albums will be talked about in the history of rap.
Oh yeah,
over Eminem.
because in that, and like I said, in that space, that's the same niggas that always put Kendrick Lamar number 1, number 2. Like Good Kid, Mad City is the greatest album that ever dropped in the entirety. Drake has no classic albums. Like in that world, of course.
I don't think it's, but I think that same thing could be said about Tupac, Biggie, and Jay-Z, and Drake, and Wayne. When you look at the test of time, their music and their albums and their singles will be looked at more heavily favored than Eminem's catalog. Let's talk about catalog. At the end of the day, when these niggas die or when they really done, who catalog gonna be the most respected? Eminem could drop 400K, but nobody's really talking about that catalog ringing.
Well, let's be honest. You got to give him the white thing. That plays a role too. He gets the sales because he's white, but he's also docked because he's white. So it's like if you gonna do the white thing, it goes both ways.
If he gets docked because he's white. He was making hits, bro.
What do you mean he gets docked because he's white and he gets applauded because he's white? He gets it both ways.
My last argument to this is I don't think his hits are necessarily as big as these other people hits because
as big. What do you mean as big?
Just not as talented.
What do you mean it's big?
The singles.
You don't think his hits are big?
They're not
Lose Yourself isn't big. Like
it's not bigger than 99 Problems. It's not bigger than California Love.
But bigger than who? You just say more influential. Like, what do you say? What words are we using? Because bigger is bigger. Globally, it's bigger. What are we saying when we say big? You saying
influential? You're just going off sales then, and that's fine. You can have it going off.
That's why I'm getting the definition. That's what I said. What does bigger mean? What does bigger mean?
We talking about being more respected as a catalog. Let's talk about what you're gonna play. You're gonna play. If we talking about a catalog, you playing California Love or Lose Yourself.
If I'm about to go play the Super Bowl, I might put on Lose Yourself.
And I'm not arguing that it's times for it, but I'm just saying when we talk about and we're arguing pins and needles because these dudes are all great. I'm not saying these trash.
We're going to the top 10. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Like I said, the catalog. When we look at these catalogs, I think it's a good argument that Eminem would be towards the bottom of these top 6 dudes. I take out Nas.
That's what Wardu says. So we're arguing 99 Problems over. I'm saying Lose Yourself, not just lose it. Lose Yourself because one song is more urban. That's what Wardu is taking from your argument.
We talking about rap, so let me. I'll bring this into effect because I wasn't even gonna talk about this, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'll even pose it in the question so nobody even think I'm trying to make a point like that. Beyonce, when she make her singles, do you feel that she tends to make them towards women? Like she tends to make her music towards a certain demographic, versus maybe let's just say Adele, she makes a love song. It don't necessarily be geared towards the woman, but anybody can maybe play it. So I was just thinking about our argument back in the day. And only reason I say that is because we was talking about the sales and numbers. I was like, maybe she tries to go to a certain demographic, which tends to not be able to make a bigger impact in numbers. Do you think that's possible?
So in your argument, Beyonce is more targeted, Adele is more broad. So to correlate that to the guys, would Eminem be more targeted or more broad? Or would Jay-Z be the one that's targeted, or like who would be pretty much who's Beyonce and who's Adele in that scenario?
I feel like in the scenario I'm making, I wouldn't be thinking about numbers. I feel like Jay-Z would be more broad because when you talk about his hits for rap, you can't take away from it. Versus Eminem, obviously he had his fan base that loved the white people that got him going, but I also think that's why his catalog won't be as respected. I'm not saying because he's just a white guy, but am I missing something? Like with Drake, when he drops a song, like everybody can gravitate to it for the most part, and that's why I think it'll be bigger. Like when you talk about Biggie, him feeling like making you feel like a player, even motherfucking what's that? Max Kellerman can relate to that to a degree. So I feel like maybe that's why the catalogs be bigger, and that's when he talk about the urban stuff and bringing that into it. I feel like rap is mostly, made up of the urban demographic. Like, what are we talking about? So, yeah, if it's more urban, most of the time it's bigger. But I don't know. That's why I think maybe they catalogs are better. But if I was really being honest, you couldn't compare Drake top 50 songs, Lil Wayne top 50 songs, Jay-Z top 20, 30, 40, 50 songs to Eminem, bro. Same with Kanye. It wouldn't even be
Trail,
close.
I DM'd your ass earlier and said, AB shares tonight, nigga. You should have been looking at the DMs.
Even Kanye, bro. It just
no. See, Kanye. If we go like, I don't give a fuck about Kanye writing. Kanye's definitely like top 2, top 3. Like if I want to just, like I said, I would even if I was to make my list, like and put the top 3, it'd be Drake, Wayne, and Kanye, and then Jay-Z could be like 4 or whatever. But like top 3 would be Jay, not Jay, would be like Drake, Wayne, and Kanye. Not really no order, but those 3 will be right there. But just like I think that when I say like the biggest, that's what I kept hearing the biggest. I'm thinking like he will be the biggest. Like if I'm looking at his records right here for the United States, like the best-selling artist of the 2000s, like the entire from 2000 2009 out of any artist, Eminem. The highest first week sales ever, 1.7 million. He had
Biggest
3 albums.
Part of it.
3 albums sell more than a million in the first week.
If that's the case, throw DMX in there too. Then, like, so my thing, Biggest is a part of it. But when you talk about knowing, we can clearly hone in after history and past and look at Eminem and why he was so huge. Not to say he didn't deserve any of it. But let's be real, a big part of why he gapped a lot of our rappers is because of his skin color, not because of his talent. So when we talk about his numbers,
I don't think he's less talented rapping than anybody on the list, really.
And his numbers and how much they gap him, it doesn't suggest he's that much talented either. And when we look at the list of what is really trying to break down the greatest rappers, so yeah, Biggest is a part of it. But when I hear greatest rapper, I might think Ludacris is a greater rapper than Eminem.
Like just when I talk about skill of rapping overall.
When I talk about catalog hits, I might take Ludacris over Eminem. I might take 50 Cent over Eminem, but that 50 Cent, he kind of tapered off a little too fast for me. But we talking about greatest, and the Biggest is a part of it for sure. And having big numbers is a part of it, but I'm gonna be real with it, let's not say real because this is subjective. I'm gonna show how I really feel about the situation and say that Eminem, I don't think he deserves to be top 5. Top 5, because you got Jay, you got Wayne, you got Drake, you got Kanye, and then that's when you got Pac, Biggie. And honestly, bro, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a rapper as well. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he'll be like right out of the top 5, maybe.
That's why I see him. I said D Hicks and Snoop. I wouldn't put Snoop. I wouldn't put Snoop in mine personally. I wouldn't put him in there. But I just need to see what everybody got to say. J. Cole, would you put J. Cole over Eminem?
Not J. Cole. I put Kendrick though. J. Cole don't got enough hits. And I mean like national hits or even international hits. Like Kendrick got national hits. Eminem got national hits. J. Cole got them hoes, but not like that. Not like that. Yeah. So not J. Cole.
Eminem top 6 through 10.
Yeah, he might be top 6, but I might, like I say, if I'm really go down and like look at people catalog, I might put Luda, I might put 50, I might put Kendrick. So I ain't
gonna lie, like I said, when I was at T.I. concert, they was going crazy for T.I.
T.I. close.
I I think it's just like I said, when you just put everything together, you just do the entire package. Like I think I don't know if you say you don't think he's as skilled of a rapper as everybody. I don't know like how, but I respect it. And then just look at everything like with it, talking about like this impact sales. Like if we're just going off all that criteria, it'd be hard not to have him in at least top 5. Like at least maybe. Cause I feel like Tupac is way more like probably influential, but I also think that I would put him like if I was gonna do it, it'll be like let's say no order. Let's say these are the top 6. Let's say Kanye, Drake, Wayne, Jay-Z, Tupac, Eminem. Like they said 6. And then Biggie, and then whoever else would round out the top 10.
Even with like, if I start to name off Snoop Dogg just singles, I might start picking over Eminem. But
I forgot about Nas. I don't know if I put like I know a lot of people like Nas. I like some of his albums too. I just when I'm talking about those names, I just don't feel like Nas is in there. But y'all,
you wouldn't even like who I put above Nas.
Oh yeah, Rick Ross. Oh shit, D Hicks.
Not you personally.
I never forget Ross. Like Ross gotta be it, right? Like fellas, I'm sorry, I'm taking Ross over Biggie. Of course, I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to be objective here. I'm trying to like kind of pull it in. Like, oh, I know a lot of old heads. Nas got the greatest hip hop album of all time. I'm trying to pull all these things together. But of course, like if I'm going personal, like
let's take sales out of it.
Well, personally, I wouldn't have Eminem there if I was taking sales out of it.
Top 10.
I mean, I guess talent wise, I'll still say he's top 10 as a rapper. Just like this, just the skill of rapping, I'd say he's top 10.
I'll take a Big Sean over him. If we talk about, like I said, you can't. If we're gonna talk about national hits and stuff like that, then yeah, it'd be hard to make that argument. But yeah,
no, I ain't never found out what happened to my boy Cheese, man. I hope he all right. That's all I can say. I hope he's alive and kicking, and just I hope he's doing all right.
Man,
but yeah. Anyways, 30-year run and counting for Nas. That's cool. Like I said, that's cool. But I mean, if we go to go personal, I wouldn't put it. Big Sean over Nas, this dude sick in his cousin. He said Big Sean over Nas and Eminem. He just said, you say skill wise, right? You saying like just skill or like overall?
No. Who I take personally.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If I was to take the sales out of it, and when I was to look at the catalogs, and what I think of what is more enjoyable, what's more replayable, yeah, I might take Big Sean. I might take a J. Cole. But
I think the Game is very disrespectful. I'm putting Game over Nas. Okay, hey, get your shit off.
I might take the Game over Eminem. Me personally.
Come on now. Billboard, they got Andre 3012. What do you think about that? Not enough?
Too high. I put Lauryn Hill over Andre 3000.
Okay.
More music and hard.
Mentioning Big Sean and not J. Cole in terms of hits is nasty. We did the Kendrick not J. Cole, the Kendrick versus Big Sean, versus battle. I think he probably maybe with the way it was going, J. Cole probably would have lost to Big Sean. Honestly, we're talking about just hits and features and all that type of shit. I'm not surprised Big Sean related to corny niggas. Who he related to? Game got 2 hits. Stop trolling, Bruce.
He might have 2 hits, but documentary hard, bro. Busta Rhymes hard.
Busta Rhymes, I'm good on that. Passive Gavassier, I'm good on that. He ain't gonna be in my top 10. Like I said, I'm not, I ain't going crazy like that. But anyways, let's get off this shit. It was nice. It was fun. Salute to everybody that made the top 10. Salute to you who didn't make the damn list.
Oh my God.
What? Where's Future?
He's saying where's Future.
I forgot about Future.
Yeah. We talking about Future. Move Eminem down to 8.
Future's not a better rapper than Eminem, but he's a better,
Shit.
He's come on. All right, see, come on. He's not a better rapper. Like, come on.
He may be a better, like, I don't know, whatever. You might say he could put more bars together, but talk about rapping. Rapping's poetry.
He's not a better rapper.
Future a poet. Future a better poet than Eminem for sure.
I hear you.
My boy Future Mosaic. What you talking about?
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Man,
I'm
shut
being,
your bitch ass
cause
up, nigga. Nobody asked you that.
let's be real. Rap ain't just about having the best lyrics. And I always say that because that's when it come in the hooks. That's when it come into making big hits and hits that last long term. So when we actually talk about Eminem versus Future, as a rapper, wash.
I don't think many people would probably say that. I think they say Future makes better music, but I don't know if they say he's a better rapper. He's a better artist. They'll say that. He's a better artist. They don't say he's a better rapper.
But my thing is that's taken away from how broad rap is.
Ask the chat. Do y'all think that Future is a better rapper than Eminem? Just ask the chat. Y'all here right now. Is Future a better rapper than Eminem?
Because dance music, you can make dance rap music. You can make
he may be a better
music.
artist, but he's not a better rapper is.
That's why I'm not saying artist, because there's different lanes of rap, and you could be the straight lyrical guy. You can be the straight dance or club guy. You can be the straight gangster rap guy.
Different. Go to sleep. Why gotta go to sleep?
If you do it well,
so y'all do think Future's a better rapper.
You can rap and sing and be that guy. And like I said, you could be the lyrical dude. You could be the top lyrical dude. But Future got lyrics.
Rapper, no. Song making, yes.
But he's a rapper.
You say go to sleep. What do you think that Future's a better rapper than Eminem?
If he a better song maker and he's a rapper, what does that say?
Okay. I'm not. See, why are you saying deeper and go to sleep? I didn't say he was the greatest. He said that. Or not the greatest, but he said he's better than him. I'm not saying that.
I ain't say lyricist. I said rap is just because you're the best lyricist or one of the top lyricists.
Well, let's say this then. As far as Future as an artist, whatever category you're trying to do is, if we're going to go the different categories, I would say that Eminem is better at certain categories than Future is at like what he does.
Just lyricism. That's about it. And it's kind of, yeah.
Stan, storytelling. I like Stan. It's a great story.
Storytelling. I give you that.
Future just better at, doing what he do. And I like he's better. I can say he's a better artist. He's a better song maker.
He's a better rapper in poetry. He may make better. He make his story tell better. But I think that overall, when you talk about how many different songs Future got, I think I'm taking Future.
Future or Meek? I take Future over Meek. Damn, we losing viewers. Like, there's nobody view. I see they got one goddamn viewer, but I see niggas chatting. We lost everybody. Then we talking about this shit for 40 minutes.
Future over Meek.
Put Future over Meek.
Yeah, but Meek hard.
Yeah, Meek hard. Anyways, let's get to the shit, man. Let's get to the M has better quality songs than Future. Okay, what is going on with the takes tonight against Future? Better quality songs than Future.
Man, that's a stretch.
It is also. It's all what's the word? Subjective. I think
it's subjective.
It's all subjective, man. But I don't think most people say he's a better rapper. They'll throw the artist word. Like that's what they do to Drake. Like Drake's not the greatest rapper. He's just the greatest artist. Like, okay.
And I think that's.
But I know that's bullshit because Drake can actually rap. Because Drake can actually really rap.
And I think it's unfair to where rap is, and to what rap has evolved to. Like, if we're gonna ignore that, then yeah, you could call it. Like, if niggas were straight doing pop music, then obviously you got it. But niggas not doing pop music and niggas not doing R&B and music. Like, they do have. I ain't gonna
lie though. When I was watching that BET Awards shit, and they had like all the early '90s niggas and the early 2000s, they doing their songs, and then they switched to like Lil Baby and Glorilla. I was like, and then the Uzi came out, like, yeah, you can tell like it's a big like difference in like, and I like the Lil Baby shit. I like the freestyle shit, but just the vibes just feel a lot different back in the day than they do now. Like, it do feel like we're kind of just settling with what we got now. With some, not obviously not with Drake and Future, but like the newer people, they kind of feel like we settling at this point. Like, okay, this is what we got. I mean, hey, if this is the best we got, it can't really do nothing else but take what we got. So this is what we got.
Sad.
So, and look, I like how everybody's trying to steal my shit now. When I said that the new generations were more into like podcasts and streamers and music is dying and all that shit, everybody was, but now I see podcasts all talking about it. Lil Duval's tweeting about it. And they're like, I told y'all. I said that last year. But, my platform ain't big enough yet, so I ain't gonna get my credit. But I said it. Anyways, what else we got, man? Okay, Super Bowl. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the DeMar Hamlin's conspiracy. And we back with it. Bryce sent me a video. I told y'all this too. I said he ain't gonna say shit to get on the big interview platform. He went to Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. Let me chew this real quick. Bryce sent me a clip. Michael Strahan said, "What was wrong with you? Or what the doctor said was wrong with you?" Right? And DeMar Hamlin was like, "I'd rather not say," which is like, I'm trying to look at it from two ways of why he would say that, right? I'm looking at maybe he's saying that because he's like, I don't want to say what's wrong with me because if I want to play again, maybe they won't let me play no more if they know what's really, really wrong with me. Maybe, I got the HIPAA with my doctor, so they can't really tell him. Maybe I can try to mask this shit when I try to go play again. Maybe that's why he didn't tell him, right? That's a possibility. So, all right, here we go with the double shit. Anyways, but I don't know, it was weird. It was weird. And then he got called out at the Super Bowl because he got called out by Adrian Peterson at the Super Bowl because he had a Jesus jacket on, but like Jesus like kind of disfigured looking, and like it was like one of those like in the back of it said eternal, and people were looking at that like, look, he's trying to tell you that he's really dead, and it was something they were saying. I don't know. It's all a big hubbub. Are you saying something? I can't hear you.
I muted myself on accident, but I said just look at his ears.
I don't know what that means.
They was taking pictures. They were looking at his ears and saying his old ears was like had cauliflower versus these ears don't. That's how you know he a double. Gotta do your research, man. Gotta do your research, man.
Yeah, dude. You probably found that on fucking conspiracy.go.
That's right on Twitter, man.
Okay, the greatest source of information.
Where the people at?
Nigga, I seen a video today. Niggas made a whole AI video of Trump and Joe Biden playing Call of Duty. And that shit sounded exactly like them niggas. Everything was on point. Like, man, come on. Come on. Let me see. He got a little bent up ass ear right there.
But no, I just find it funny. Why not go on why go on an interview and not answer that question? It just don't make sense. It's gonna ask you that. That's the main reason that people want to talk to you or want to know about you.
My thing with him too, man, his ears still scrunched up like they didn't pick him playing. I'm looking at this motherfucker. Man, his ears still goddamn scrunched up. They look exactly the same. Anyways, I wonder what him is like. Do you want to be this like not sacrificial lamb, but do you want to be this like thing like you like? Because eventually you got to play again, right? Like you got to play again at some point. But do you want to be this fucking this like show pony? Like, look, we got DeMar Hamlin here. Like you're just known for like almost dying. Like, don't you still want to be known for like being a good like football player? Like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of deters from like your future success because you're always gonna be looked at as his thing. I wonder if honestly too with this, I wonder if this gives him if he's able to play again. And I don't know how good he was before he got hurt, but I wonder if this makes him like kind of like uncuttable. Because you don't want to be the team that cut DeMar Hamlin, right? You want to just keep him on the team. He's a good team guy. He's good PR. Keep getting him like little minimum contracts. Just keep him on the squad. I wonder if that's how they feel going into NFL.
I don't know. I don't know that deep.
You don't know what?
I say I don't know about that one. Maybe.
You're the deep friend. You get your info from Twitter just like everybody else. No, I don't just get from Twitter. I look up sources. I look up everything. I go to multiple different articles. I do a whole bunch of stuff. That's what I do. At this point, it doesn't have a choice. It makes a great story on the NFL. Shit, they said the same thing about Tim Tebow. You know what? Also, this is the other thing. We talk about football shit. But you know what I did not like when I was just looking at shit? How everybody was talking shit about Jalen Hurts. Now, is Jalen Hurts the greatest quarterback throwing-wise of all time? No. But, like, when Tim Tebow was doing that just win, underachieving shit, and they was hyping him the fuck up like he was the next – he could win. He's a winner. Like, why Jalen Hurts ain't get that same – he's a winner, like, type of praise. They were just trying to shit on him. I was like, all right. I mean, I know why, but, like, even Tim Tebow was trying to, like, kind of shit. I'm like, Tim Tebow, who the fuck you to tell anybody about anything?
Hey,
you were great in college, but like, bitch, in the NFL, you weren't worth a fuck.
Hating ass niggas.
I was like, they made it seem like Jalen Hurts was just some like trash ass nigga. Like, god damn,
they barely lost.
That's what I'm saying. That one dude, Chris Sims, he was like, the Eagles' quarterback job is the easiest quarterback job in the NFL. It's like, so you just say, like, but when they plug somebody in, didn't they lose 2 straight games without him? So it's
Maybe,
like,
yeah, I think so.
like they was almost gonna go undefeated if he wasn't hurt. So it's like that's the easiest job, but when somebody else get that job, they lose twice. So it's like I don't know.
Disrespectful.
I think they're
No,
just trying to,
the undertone of shitting on black quarterbacks is still here,
you know.
unless you Patrick Mahomes and mixed.
You think Pat Mahomes get the pass because he's a little, he's light skinned. He's like,
I mean, yeah, he mixed for sure. And I mean, you got to think how
his
Andy
dad.
Reid brought him
If
in.
Patrick Mahomes was his daddy, he wouldn't get as much praise.
No, for sure.
His daddy, but we more went on that Joe Burrow pack. Like he's like, the
Yeah,
prototypical, whatever stereotypical they want a black quarterback to be.
yeah, and I think it's mixed with his energy as well. He's a cool dude. He's not some like trying to be street dude. So I think that's a part of it as well. I think Andy Reid taking him under his wing, making him, seem like one of the greatest dudes of all time is a part of it because I think he was like drafted like third, fourth round, and he said behind somebody. He ain't just come in and play immediately. So it's a little bit of all that go into it. That's why he's so loved. But you can look at Lamar Jackson. There's a little hate there. You can go to the guy at the Cardinals, Kyler Murray. There's a little hate there. People talk about Tonga Taloa not having a strong arm. Obviously RG3. People talk shit about. I'm trying to think of other black quarterbacks.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, everybody talks about shit about Dak, but some of that's well deserved. But yeah, I mean, a lot of black quarterbacks get a lot of more slack than anything, and you could argue to me, Josh Allen should be getting some of that same slack, but people just be ready to claim him as the second best quarterback in the league. But I remember when the Texans was great with Deshaun Watson, and
I forgot about
niggas
Deshaun
couldn't
Watson.
do shit. But the Bills used to beat them. I mean, we used to beat the Bills, and I remember Josh Allen like trying to throw like some fucking like pitch and fumble, like they could have went to overtime, but he threw some pitch. Like he used to do dumb shit, and he always ended up choking. And he really
I know
hasn't
that
made it past the
before
second round.
Deshaun Watson got into the whole massage thing, I did hear analysts saying he was the second best quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
So I think maybe if he would have been able to like
it.
kind of dodge controversy and get a good little team around him and be great, then maybe he wouldn't get as much slack.
Yeah.
But I can still see a world where they're like, no, Trevor Lawrence is the prototypical Justin Herbert. He's Justin Herbert. He's the guy. 6'4", 6'5", white. Like he's the guy.
And they are nice. They could do the same thing these black.
Oh, Joe Burrow. Also, Joe Burrow. He's like they say he's top 2, top 3, whatever he is.
He is. He deserves it. He's been to the Super Bowl twice, and he only been in the league 3 or 4 years. So
he been twice or then once.
He lost to the Rams, and then he just. Oh, my bad. He went to the championship game twice. Which 2 out of 3 years, and you went Super Bowl, and you was basically 3 points away from going to it again. So. He deserved to be up there, but I'm not mad at Justin Herbert. I'm not mad at Josh Allen because they can do everything Lamar can do. They can do everything that Patrick Mahomes can do as far as throw and run the ball. That's where the league is going, but it seems to be that because back in the day, it's just if you was a running quarterback, you got that negative connotation, a cloud around you that you just couldn't be accurate or you just couldn't be consistent or you couldn't learn the playbook. And now that the mobile quarterback's a thing, you see them still only placing that same type of like cloud on the black quarterbacks, even though white quarterbacks are mobile. And look like Josh Allen, he's not clutch all the time either and fucks up. So it's like, what about him? Right. It's weird.
Lamar Jackson to the Falcons. I think that'd be dope for the Falcons if Lamar Jackson went to the Falcons. Just like the whole look of it, black quarterback, Atlanta, just gotta get some people to get around him though. You don't just leave him there to have his career die.
Did you know Atlanta's like the blackest town in America? Yeah. I didn't know that, but it's like always been like that, pretty much in like America.
Yeah,
I never knew that. I was reading books and shit. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know Atlanta was still like the hub. Like back in the day, like even like in the 1800s, 1900s, Atlanta was like for black people was looked as like the bourgeoisie, like the more fancy uppity people because they had nicer shit in Atlanta than any other area of black people type shit. Or just more, even if other areas may have been nice, it was for sure the nicest. So I was like, damn, I didn't know that. But when you like you said, when you say that about Lamar, yeah, that shit would be love.
So let me ask you this: What'd you think about the halftime show? What do you think about Rihanna?
I thought it was an excellent performance.
You thought it was what?
Excellent performance.
Okay, I didn't know if it was gonna be on a different. I don't know if I would say excellent, but I felt like it was just like it was good. Like I don't know, she was performing the records. Like, I don't know what people was expecting her to do. That's why I was confused on the backlash she was getting. Like, what was she supposed to do? That was my main thing. The people kept comparing her to Beyonce, and I made the point, it's like, when has she ever been like Beyonce performance-wise? So why are we expected to be Beyonce?
And to be honest, I for what she was pregnant and for what she gave, I thought it was an excellent performance. I already said that, but I went back and looked at other performances. Recently, I think she outdid. Not Bruno Mars. I didn't watch the Bruno Mars one. I think she outdid The Weeknd. The Weeknd had a cool little performance, but it wasn't as good. It wasn't as clean. It wasn't as entertaining. I wasn't as involved into it. So
that's how I felt about the one last year, right? That's how I felt about the I felt like the one last year with Eminem, Kendrick. I felt that was just like, oh shit, it's 50. That was more like just an excitement seeing these people, but like the performance overall wasn't like this is the greatest performance. It's like this is the greatest spectacle. You got 50 at the Super Bowl, you got Eminem, you got Kendrick, you got Dr. J, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. That's great, but like the performance wasn't like the most fucking amazing shit I ever saw in my life.
Beyonce Formation with Bruno Mars, maybe that was good, but the one she did at the Saints when the lights went off, that performance and her song selection was ass. Like
I don't even remember it.
Like I said, I went back. Me and Carrie just went to go look at like all the halftime performances that was on YouTube.
Fat ass hanging from the ceiling.
No, that shit was crazy.
Like I said, but that performance was cool. It was like that whatever, but I think it was just because like, oh my god, these people are here. We'd have never thought that these people would be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but nah, I said I went back and watched all of them, and I honestly, Rihanna did pretty well, bro. Like it was top 3, top 4 performances out of the ones I watched. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
how many performances did you watch?
At least 10.
So top 3 out of 10. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I don't know what more you could ask from her.
I think they want her to be dancing, shit to be blowing up and like going crazy, and that's I guess they want her to be Beyonce essentially. That's what they want. Rihanna was 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so I got some people that got some sense about him. I thought I was gonna have a bunch of like, it was the worst performance I've ever seen. Like, bro, is it really the worst performance you ever seen in your life? Like, come on. What are we talking about?
You could hear her sing. It wasn't like she was just dancing. You can hear her like, I don't know.
So who do you think? Okay, let me ask you this question because it rolls in. Who do you think is the next like best one? Who do you think they're gonna pick next? Right. And second, who do you think deserves to really be next?
I can answer your second one first. I think, well, I can't say when he deserves it, but when he does do it, it'd be fucking mega and it'd be fucking huge. Drake definitely needs to do a Super Bowl performance. I was just thinking, I was like, bro, just imagine him on that stage. He'll kill it. He'll kill it. But maybe a Bad Bunny.
Nah, they ain't gonna do the Mexican shit.
Nah, because they did it with
America.
Selena.
They ain't gonna do the Mexican shit.
What's the
Jennifer
name?
Lopez and
that was a good performance. That was a good performance. Like I had that
true.
one, but Rihanna would.
But they would speak English at some point. They ain't gonna have niggas go there straight Spanish all the time.
Yeah.
He might be like they might do like a sub. Like let's say they do Cardi B and they let him and like J Balvin come out for like the little song. And I like it like that. And they get off the stage, but I don't think they're gonna have a full speaking Spanish at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You're right. I'm trying to think. Who
Trump will be like, do you see what I was saying about closing the border? Look what we're doing here. This is not the World Cup. This is the Super Bowl.
Who you thinking?
I think Ye would be a good one, but obviously because Kanye got the whole thing that's going on. But when she was playing All the Lights, I was like, bro, Kanye came out right now. That should be crazy. And Kanye got all the big records to really do a Super Bowl thing, but Kanye's, in this thing, so they're probably most likely not going to do that. I said Chris Brown. I thought Chris Brown could do it. A lot of people, obviously, they don't like Chris Brown because of the Rihanna thing, so maybe not there either. I saw a lot of people bringing up Usher. People's like, Usher can do it, right? Usher would be a good one. So it'd be either Usher, who would I want to see? Usher, Chris Brown, Kanye, obviously Drake. And if Drake do it, bring out Wayne and Young Money, Wayne, Nicki thing, like bring that out for a little bit. That'd be cool. Or even Wayne could do a Super Bowl by himself, I think, if he wanted to. It's only 13 minutes. Wayne can do a Super Bowl by himself.
Yeah, I mean he could. I just don't know how entertaining it'll be.
Yeah, I don't know how good of a performer he is. That's true.
Kendrick could do one.
Yeah, he could. I'm hating. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hating. I want to see Kendrick Lamar is all right.
It just depends. It just depends on the song selection. If he do the right songs, bro, you wouldn't have no choice but to feel it.
Yeah.
And for me, if I hear Money Trees, that's already he got me. He got
me.
Is
that a Super Bowl song? But is that like a Super Bowl song?
You do it like Rihanna do it. You mix it in with other songs. Like you don't just play it. You could play it as a 1 minute version of your 13 minutes, but I would think you maybe clip it in 15 minutes or 15 seconds, excuse me, or something like that. But Neo would be great. Neo would be great.
Maybe he should have did it back in the day. I don't know about now. Maybe back in the day he should have done it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I thought it was like Neo's performance. Like, Neo, like I love Neo. He got great records. We do the R&B shit. Like he's always in the top like brackets, but like I don't know, bro. If I see another Black Pride Slavery Super Bowl halftime performance, Kenny, I'm gonna throw the fuck up. The jig is up. Kenny is definitely playing backseat freestyle, DNA, humble, etc. Those be good records. Some people though they kind of just feel like a side dish, right? Like Kendrick to me kind of feels like bring him in a little bit and get the fuck out of here. That's what it feels like. Like I said, Usher, Kanye. If Kanye didn't do what Kanye did, like I said, I'm not really too pressed about it. I think Kanye would be like a top candidate, especially with Jay-Z, the one over, looking the Super Bowl shit. Kanye would be like a prime candidate.
And a new artist you think could do it?
No. They'd have to do like collaboration. No new artist. I don't think any new artist could. Like have enough star power for people like, oh my God, this person's doing it. I don't think so. I'm like Uzi, nah. Like Uzi got shit. Like no. 21 Savage, no. Lil Baby, no. Lil Durk, no. NBA YoungBoy, no. Like who have the young people? Oh, would you like to see Future in Atlanta? Like no, like to do in Atlanta like they do with the LA shit, but with the newer acts. You got Future, you got Lil Baby, you got 21 Savage. Like that'd be dope if they did that in Atlanta at the Super Bowl. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I pulled up a list of
that would be crazy if they did that.
Trying to see what the performers. Okay.
Mariah Carey, I'm good. She probably would perform, but me personally, because I was saying like they might bring like Adele, Ed Sheeran, because they're big artists. But I was like, I don't know if their music is like Super Bowl-y type music, but there's other people I guess that have done ballads and shit. So maybe they could do that. But like, what's Uzi gonna play? Uzi gonna play Money Longer. He's gonna play Just Wanna Rock. He's gonna play what's the song? What the fuck is that? The biggest song he got. What the fuck is that song called? It was the TM88. What the hell was that song? I forgot what it's called. The big one. He had the biggest record Uzi got. I forgot what it's called.
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about though.
Money Longer, Just Wanna Rock. What is that song called? That's a big record.
EXO something.
EXO Tour Life. That's what it's EXO Tour Life. Okay. I don't know. We going on though. We just going into who we think. Mariah Carey gonna come up there and perform one song. Fuck out of here. New person will be Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow. All right, bro, y'all trolling.
Bro,
Jack Harlow.
Look at this list of people that perform all in one. This was in 2014. Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake, and Jessica Simpson.
I don't even remember that shit.
2004. I think I remember when the titty came out.
I thought it was Justin Timberlake. That was the same one with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, I said didn't he?
I think that was early. That wasn't 2014. That was like we was kids.
I said 2004.
Oh, 2004. Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at, it's rare. Like it's really rare to have a artist go by itself. Like Paul McCartney went by himself. The Rolling Stones, U2, obviously Michael Jackson, Prince. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's rare that you like look at this one. This was 2012. You had MIA, CeeLo Green. You had some drum line. You had two drum lines. It was on 2013. You had Destiny Child. 2014, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2015, Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott, Arizona State Marching Band.
Boring.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Travis Scott. Travis. If a new person could do it, I'll say Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. There you go. Travis Scott. That's a good one. I didn't even think about Travis Scott.
Lady
That's
Gaga went by herself. Coldplay went by themselves. Maroon 5 went by themselves.
Those are people's bands, though. I'm not big on those things. Maroon 5's dope. I can rock a Maroon 5. But anyways, what y'all saying that Uzi got the best discography post 2016 or Kodak? I don't know. I say 21 Savage, but it's just me. Travis Scott's a good one. I didn't hear nobody really say nothing about him. So those would be the dopest Super Bowl lineups they could do. So let's say Usher, Chris Brown, Travis Scott, Kanye,
Post Malone
Drake.
could do one.
Who?
Especially when we talk about Super Bowl. Post Malone.
Post Malone got enough. He got enough records to do it
For 13 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good. Those are good names throwing it. 21 Savage got some hits.
Me watching this dude, what's this dude name? He was that fucking singer. I think he's a UK singer. I seen him at the rodeo. That black dude, he had a hard fucking. At least you could say he had a hard time. Yeah, Khalid. Do you feel like any young singers could get in there?
Not Khalid. Maybe SZA.
No, I'm just saying any young singers.
Maybe SZA. Big SZA. I'm blind. I love that song. I'm blind.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm blind. Burna Boy, DeVito. Okay, now we just saying shit. All right. They're performing the NBA All-Star game. Who gives a fuck about the All-Star game? All right, we just talking now. So, what else we got on the docket, man?
I mean,
SZA a goat, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. SZA on that shit, boy. SZA on her shit, man. She ain't playing around with y'all. Salute to big SZA. Anyways, what you saying?
Only real topic I see left is that train derailment.
What'd you think about that? Tell me what's the hot button conspiracy around that? Y'all tell me. Because I know y'all got one. I know y'all seen one on Twitter. Y'all seen one in, the little underground chat rooms y'all be in. Where y'all see at that one?
Well, I ain't get to do my research, but supposedly people said there was other ones going on around other places of the world, but I'm not so sure about that one. But the only thing I really wanted to talk about is the conspiracy of the cover-up, which is probably the biggest conspiracy.
I wanted to show this video. That's what I wanted to do.
Just because, we all understand how bad the BP spill was, but the only reason it wasn't so bad because it only affected one portion of the coast of America. We still had the Pacific, we still had the Atlantic, and obviously the Gulf Coast is a pretty big part. But we was able to find fish and do things from other whatever. But the thing about this is that this was going to flow into, I forgot what river, but the Ohio River, I believe, which ultimately leads into the Mississippi. And you're already seeing a bunch of fish dying in the Ohio River, which is, they're not talking about. And then once they get into the Mississippi River, all our agriculture that's tied into the Mississippi and along with our cattle and things like that, honestly, it could get pretty bad if we don't do the type of things, to mitigate it. Just like with BP, the longer they bullshit it, the worse it got. And I know it's not the same as BP because it's not a natural spill, but I'm pretty sure
it might be worse. Shit,
or it could have some effects.
Because they were saying it was if it's toxic chemicals that they then burned and created I was watching this one guy. He said, "Do you know?" It was a TikTok. He was like, "Do you?" Let me see if I actually know it. I think. Damn, it's on my phone. Fuck, I want to play it. Hold on. Let me see. It's on TikTok. She got 15 comments. Isn't this alleged? Yeah, bitch. I said it's alleged and damn thing, you stupid motherfuckers. You know what I thought about too? This is a off topic thing real quick, but I've been talking about this Drake and Exodus and Tashion thing on TikTok, and do I think that Drake set it up? I'm realizing there's a lapse of intelligence with the younger generation. I think those kids that were either like getting into high school or like in the middle of high school when COVID hit, they didn't have them really good 2-3 years of school and thought and thinking and thinking. I think that little generation right there, them 2-3 generations right there, then like that age range, probably like the 15 to 18-year-olds, they're gonna be fucked. They ain't got too much critical thinking. But anyways, like I was saying, where's this video at? Here it goes.
And then they're telling everybody it's fine. It's fine. Vinyl chloride, when you burn it, goes into the fucking atmosphere, bonds with water, and turns into acid rain. Acid rain. Shit, I thought Captain Planet handled all the acid rain already.
Captain Planet today.
Now here, the train company said it's fine. Now listen to the fucking train company. I'm on the other
train
side
company is crazy.
of the fucking place. I live on the opposite side of Pennsylvania from this, but I'm still in America. Part of America is now covered in acid rain from an exploding train, and this is from the same fucking train company that made sure that the workers didn't fucking strike. And they were like, all these workers want more money. These aren't stories.
All right, he was going in. But this is a video I want to show you. So this is the senator. This is a senator from Ohio, right? Name is JD Vance. You just see what he does. Just watch.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run, and there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. Something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here and let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting. And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who...
All right, so that was pretty much
better than Obama. Obama had a different glass of water, acting like he got it from the lake and drank it.
What'd you say?
I said he better than Obama. Obama would have had another glass of water, act like he got it from the lake.
Obama said, "I got the Flint water. It's all hey. He got a water bottle. It's all this is the Flint water. It's all good, baby. We good to go." But my thing with that is too is like y'all burnt the shit. Shit went into the air. Massive clouds over all these people's heads. Probably, like I said, we might not see the effects of it now, but 20 years from now we're gonna see. Did you live in East Palestine, Ohio, between 2023 and 2024, and you have cancer? Hit us up for your settlement. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I wanted to say this.
Just like Fifth Ward, like people don't talk about Fifth Ward, how this guy like they be having like a spot, they're like a cancer zone because of the railways go back there and they contaminate the water, they contaminate all that type of shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, bro, we only a human error away from life changing as we know it. From obviously the
mass
vid
extinction.
And not even that, but just it could be that as well. My thing is, it don't even have to be as crazy as the nukes or even vid. But vid was one of them because that was supposed to be gain of function or whatnot. But even outside of that, a railroad crashing, bro, could literally collapse Americas, because like when you talk about the river in Mississippi, you literally go into every other river or main river pretty much in America, and our agriculture needs that water to thrive. We literally can be collapsed. Like it maybe they fix it, maybe the worst case scenario doesn't happen, but little things like that could be the difference between like some shit happening, a chemical plant exploding like Chernobyl or something, and we don't think about the shit, but it's something as simple as that, bro, really could collapse it. And that even made me think about like how like easy war could be like set off, or like terrorism could be like it's really that fucking easy. Like a train derailment, obviously a truck ran into it, but who's from stopping I don't even know if you should say stuff like this.
I don't think in that one, I don't think a truck ran into that one. From what I was watching, people they were saying, it was loaded improper. Like it was loaded heavy on the back. So when they tried to slow down, it like because the back was too heavy and you're slowing down and like just does that. There was another one I think in Houston. It got hit by a truck. A truck hit the train or whatever the fuck. The train hit the truck in Houston, and they had a spill.
Yeah, well, maybe.
And then Tucson, Arizona had a 18-wheeler flip over with hazardous material like a couple days after that.
Okay, I'm looking at Cincinnati. The cause of the multiple car train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, has not officially been determined, but a mechanical issue with the rail car axle is suspected. Okay, so yeah,
the Houston ones was with the truck.
But even with, I was gonna say, like, what's from stopping some like foreign person that's a terrorist from like renting a car out and just running this shit into a fucking like? That's all it really would take to like fuck up some shit. Like that shit crazy to me.
Yeah,
but that's all I was thinking. Like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know what's happening, man. We got balloons. We got balloons flying overhead. We got trains derailing. Shit getting contaminated. Who knows what's gonna happen? General saying we're going to war in 2025. I'm not a political what's it called? Foreign affairs, major. So I don't really know what we're doing over there. But it looked like shit about to start getting real pretty soon. So do whatever you could do to. What can you do? What can you really do? If war is coming and you're just a regular civilian who go to work every day, what truly can you do? Because I see, I don't know if you used to hear me, but I see you put that in the notes. You said World War III incoming. Will we be drafted? Well, any of you, I don't know. Will they draft me? Do they not have enough people in the military already? I ain't trying to go to war. I'm going to tell them I got high blood pressure. I got a bum toe. I got a bad shoulder. I got all these things. I ain't going to war. I'm sorry. You can call it draft dodge and all that, but come on. I know you wouldn't fight for your country, but that's why I never joined the military to begin with. I'm thinking about going soon. You think about going to the military trail? All right, salute to you, big dog. Hip hip hoorah, bro. We been at war. Trust me, Marine Corps vet. All right, D Hicks, they gonna bring you. You lost mad weight. Not gonna lie, you'll be fine. Nah, nigga, I got high blood pressure. I got arthritis. I got diabetes. I got everything. It ain't taking me. It ain't not taking me. I'm good. And Trail, if you want to go and serve our country and be a part of that, salute to you. You're a better man than me. I'll say it. Like I said, if they bring the fight to the front door, that's different. Then we gotta. You ain't gonna just let people run up in your crib and do all that. But like me going out there to Afghanistan, to this, to that. Hey, I'm good. Bryce, did we lose you? You good?
Yeah, I was fixing my shit.
Oh man, trust. That's why we need him. Trust this camera never died.
Nah, the cord was in there. It was a little loose.
All right. So, anyways, bro, we've been in wartime. I'm sure we've been at war. I'm sure we've been at like microaggression type war and like information war and like, oh, look now, my shit's gonna cut off. I'm talking shit. See you later. Anyways,
that's hilarious.
Just drink some Pedialyte and get your ass on the field, petty officer. Nah, I ain't doing that. Petty officer D friend. I'm good on the war shit. I'm good on that. Like I said, me and Bryce, we had a whole little clip that we did on Twitter back in the day where I said, the niggas pull up in the neighborhood, we're going to pull out the AKs and start going crazy. But not, y'all want to see, hold on, let me see if I can pull that up. Y'all want to see what our shit first looked like when we first ever did this damn podcast? God damn, we fried, boy. We ain't no good.
Oh,
we ain't no damn good, man.
Is my shit not plugged in? Like, what happened?
I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, people. We ain't no goddamn good. But we here. I'm still here. I don't know what Bryce said, but I'm still here with y'all. So anyways, I want to show y'all this video. This is what we was talking. I know my camera's off. I know. If that bitch said overheated, it's getting we don't got Charles Edward Cheese no more to give us the money. We got to upgrade our products. Let me see. Hold on. Let me show y'all this video real quick while we waiting on this. This is when it was. Let me see if I can turn my camera back on. I don't know why that bitch overheated. This is a clip when this was called the DMB show. It wasn't even broke now. Niggas ain't never broke, big dog. We ain't never that. Shut up, bitch. We ain't never. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say Bryce broke either. I ain't never that. You know what I'm saying? They never broke. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This is a clip from when the DB show was the DMB show. Look at the progress, man. Look at the growth in this show. Look at this, man. Look at us back in the day. Look at us. Shoot him in the head.
Hard. That hard.
Man, it's 10 of them niggas. Look at us. Man, fuck that. It's 10 of them. It ain't just me. Damn, we all live on the block.
That's
We all live on the
niggas.
block. Hey, it's at least 50 of us on the block, nigga.
That's
I know everybody got a gun in the house.
But nobody got assault rifles.
How you know?
Because that is illegal.
You think, oh, fuck, weed is legal? You got weed?
I know like 5 niggas with Draco.
Exactly. What you talking about? Weed's illegal. You got it. I know 5
You
niggas
got-
with
you know
Draco.
5
Shut
niggas.
up.
I know
You
like
think
5
niggas?
niggas with Draco.
You see niggas got AKs on Snapchat and shoot
AK don't
you?
necessarily mean it ain't a semi.
I don't give a fuck. That bitch will hurt. If that bitch shoot you. Shit, that whole a big gun.
If they got a tank that don't work, they got
If a nigga
they got
pull
a
an
machine
AK
gun on top of that bitch.
If a
too.
nigga pull an AK out,
He
you
said,
be
I just like
scared
the
like
You're not
a
fighting
motherfucker.
nobody. You ain't been in a fight in your life.
That don't mean nothing. What that
You're
mean?
not about to go shoot nobody.
I ain't been in a
When
fight.
they-
Ain't nobody trying to
when
fight me.
somebody
That ain't
shoot
my
at-
fault. I
when
ain't trying to
somebody-
fight people.
When somebody shoot at clubs, you running. When somebody,
I don't got a gun. I don't got a gun.
nigga, you won't have one either.
Bryce
that
ain't been
day.
making since the past
Me and
12
the
years.
homies around this neighborhood, we gonna link up. What is you talking about, Bryce? We about to link up.
For America, huh?
It's cool.
For me.
What are you
For me?
protecting? What are you
Myself.
How are you protecting yourself by
Bryce,
going
if
into
they-
a
I
war?
don't give a fuck what you talking about. They drop a bomb right now in that motherfucking Walmart and they ran up in this bitch. You gotta protect yourself. They don't give a fuck who.
I am trying to run away from them. I'm not about, bro. All right, the first thing
Bryce,
I will do
you
is
gonna
go
run
to,
and get blown
I'm
the
gonna go
fuck
to
up.
some other type of Walmart. If
We gonna run this
They
shit
gonna
too,
see
but
you.
we
I'm
gonna
running,
have to shoot somebody.
if I'm
bro.
running and get okay, nigga.
They gonna
clearly
kill
I
you.
will shoot some fucking body if I'm trying to get away.
No,
That's
you're
what
running.
I'm saying.
You're running in the woods to meditate. You're not gonna.
All right. Anyway, nigga said Bryce been slow for years now.
Shut your bitch ass up.
All right. Anyways, Diamond is mealy. He said Diamond is mealy. While nigga said y'all replace hoes like the JBP. That was like when we had recurring people that used to come on. Like we used to have like a guest host like every week at sometimes. So salute to my boy Darius for being on the show at one point. That was a fun little episode. But that shit funny. Bryce been slow for years. Them niggas. Deep Ray, you never been in a fight before? I ain't never been in a fight before. I still ain't been in a fight. I can't hear you. You're muted. Am I muted? Oh, do I got you muted?
Because of
Oh, my bad. I did mute you. Whoops.
yeah, you muted me because of the
Oh, because it echoes. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I ain't never been in a fight. Ain't nobody ever tried to fight me. I don't know.
No,
Okay,
and I
yeah.
wasn't saying that to insult you. I was just saying that like if we get into a conflict and like a fucking infantry of fucking Chinese or Russians pull up on the block, bro, I'd rather run and try to and find some type of safety than try to get in a shootout with an infantry. And I was like, bro, if you ain't never been to a fight, how you want to get into a fucking shootout with an infantry? That's all.
Because you never know until you get in situations. If nobody's ever approached you to fight,
D-Fran Rambo.
I'm gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? If ain't nobody ever shot at me, how am I know I'm gonna shoot back? I don't know.
D-Fran Bo.
I like to assume that if there's attacking the crib, like on some, zombie shit, I shoot back. Like I gotta kill these motherfuckers. They gonna kill me.
Now, if they just like bust in my door, like, and I don't even think that's the smartest thing to do.
I'm talking
is
about
just be
they
shooting
walking
first.
around like the Nazis back in the day. They knocking on everybody's door. We about to take y'all niggas like we did the Jews. And you got to either defend yourself or die.
If I'm by myself and it's just my family, I might not do that. I'm just going.
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
hide in
look
the
for-
attic like Anne Frank.
I'm gonna look for some other form of escape because I just feel like that's just too drastic and that's not the play. I always think you're supposed to play the best card that's dealt. And I feel like if our neighborhood had got together, we built a little fortress where they can't just like the roads are blocked off, they just can't get easy access, and we're gonna have a front and it's organized, then yeah, I'll fight. But if they just at my house and I start shooting and I get like they kill my whole family because I want to be a fucking hero, like that's what I feel like that's gonna be what it's gonna turn out to be.
Hey, we ride together, we die together, man. Bad boys for life.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to hit a back door, try to live in the forest, like because you said Anne Frank, but then it was other Jews that lived in the forest and they ate potatoes for months. Like I might try to do some shit like that. That's that. I feel like that's my play.
The D. Frambo and Bryce been slow.
And Trev been on dick.
Eee.
Why are you gay?
Jesus Christ. But anyways, what else we got? DeMar Hamlin, Toxic Waves, Super
ain't
Bowl
got
halftime
nothing
show,
else.
top 10 hip hop. Oh shit, we might have some new changes coming up on the YouTube. The CEO of YouTube has stepped down. She is gone. Suji Wojcicki is gone. But in my opinion, it's probably gonna get worse than it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Whatever we thought YouTube was becoming, it's probably gonna double down and become worse than what it is now. I don't see that. Like people like, oh my gosh, she's gone. All the old people got banned. This ain't like somebody like Elon Musk buying YouTube and he's just like release the hounds again. No, it's like you whatever you are, chief product officer, you've been in this system already where we ban this and do this and we're moving on to censor this. So he ain't moving up to CEO to be like, we're not doing that anymore. Like they're gonna do the same shit.
Pretty much.
Same shit, still bad. And that's how it's gonna go. So if we go to war with China, I'm gonna pop Bryce first. Damn, why you gonna shoot Bryce? God damn. He said if we go to war with China, he gonna shoot you. What's up? What's the beef? What's the beef, man? What's the beef?
You will never get the shots off.
Beta.
I take the gun from you and beat your ass with it.
Lord Jesus.
Trail, any interaction physically, gaming, intellectually, like anything, you're getting dominated, bro. Just stop it. Just stop it, man.
Jeez. Hey, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. They gonna friendly fire you. That's crazy. Bryce, you better have your
you
water
will never
supply.
be friendly. You will never be a friendly. What are you talking about? I think he gonna be on enemy lines. We already told you, bro. You didn't think that's just... We already told you.
Oh
you
yeah, you
the can't
nigga
lift up
with
the
the shield on the back. You the nigga that what the hell he over here for? He can't pick up the shield.
You can't get on this sideline, bro. I'm sorry.
Anyways, Bryce, you better have your water supply game on point. Then they're gonna have like a celebrity be the CEO who's super liberal. Watch, 12. Bryce got whooped by a 12-year-old in Call of Duty. I don't know what to say about that. Hey, so speaking of that, I don't know why the fuck you ain't streaming the Harry Potter shit. That shit, man, that shit.
Because I ain't had no days to stream it.
That shit another. I don't know. Maybe other games like that be out a role playing or not. I guess not role playing. Like those type of games like Elden Ring, they all be like that. But I don't know. That Harry Potter shit it just touch a nerve with me. It's just like I'm out here Avada Kedavra, and I'm out here giving. I'm a bad wizard. I'm not a good wizard. I'm not like in certain parts of the game. It's like you could be good, or you could be bad. Like I'm straight. Like they told me to be in this house. I'm in Slytherin. I'm not fucking around. I'm not talking about that daily no jumper drama. I'm gonna talk about it on my show. I don't know if Bryce be watching this shit though. I'm definitely gonna talk about that rat belt shit. That shit's fucking hilarious. But that I am gonna talk about that on tomorrow's D-Friend Daily. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, I will be streaming it. Y'all tune in next Monday and Tuesday though. But the new Rebirth map dropped yesterday, and I knew it was dropping. And I was like, bro, this is my off day. I don't see me playing. I gotta get that Rebirth in. So
Harry Potter is where you get the cheddar, get the views, you get the subs.
Yeah. But I've been missing Rebirth for 2-3 months now.
But it's gonna be like next week. The Harry Potter, they might don't give a fuck about it. Niggas done beat it already. We done know every storyline.
Nah,
even though every single house has different quests and missions and shit.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure everybody did it, but I'm probably do all 3. It's 3, right? It's 3.
It's 4 houses.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all 4 houses. I'm not just gonna do one house. I'm gonna play the game probably all 4 times. So
niggas is really reviving the dead. How is it dead? That's one of the most popular. Like I don't know. You bugging. Harry Potter, like the big. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't gonna sit here and defend Harry Potter. I ain't got to do it. Like the numbers speak for themselves. It's like how we was just talking about Eminem. Like we gonna shit on Eminem. You gonna shit on Harry Potter? Like come on, what we talking about? What you talking about? This is the biggest game of the year, right? Harry Potter, the biggest franchise ever. Fuck Lord of the Rings. Fuck Star Wars. Fuck Star Trek. Fuck Twilight. All that bullshit. Harry Potter is where it's at, and Harry Potter where the fuck is gonna stay at. So, anyways, what else we got? D-Free, you wasn't watching Harry Potter gang. All right, I'm not urban. I was raised by white people. Come on, man. What are we talking about? I watched every Harry Potter when the house came out. I damn near cried. I damn near cried at the last Harry Potter. I want to go see the last one. I was like, oh, it's over. Speaking of that, I got to go watch Ant-Man. I wasn't going to watch that shit, but they say it's like big shit going on in Ant-Man with Kang and all that shit. So I got to go watch that. But at this point, I'm just rambling. What we got? Harry Potter done. YouTube done. Top 10 done. Super Bowl done. Toxic Waste done. DeMar Hamlin done. Epstein, we really got too much. We got too much on Epstein, really. So we'll get into Epstein a little bit later. So you a white Nigerian? Hey, it is what it is. You feel me? So let me know. Bryce, you got anything to end us off with? Any words of wisdom for the people?
Like I said, Monday I'll be on the Harry Potter streaming. I got verses
for y'all. My bad, I mean to interrupt you. It's probably some bullshit. I forgot about verses. I ain't gonna lie. Verses was like the highlight of last year. That shit was crazy. When they was when the last one was trash, I was like, okay, maybe nobody's feeling this shit no more. All right, we done. It's a wrap. Maybe we milked this cow a little bit too long. But when it was first popping off, when it was like the old, man, I miss the old days, man. With Vicky and Cheese and NJ and Wardo and Trail and Flying. Who else was there? It was some other people there. My boy Equal Praise. That was a good old. But it was like us. It was like us 9 or 10, just having our little fun on every Tuesday. Those are the good old days, man. This is us 10 having a great night once a week. I miss those days, man. Those
B-sides too too subjective.
It's too broad. It's too like,
What's the B-side?
It's too broad.
Does it have
that was a good old days, man. That was like the classic. Those are great content days. Those were fun. Those let Ludacris gonna watch game any day of the week. Stop it. But anyway, that's a good hour and 30 minutes. We spent the first 30 or 40 minutes arguing about Eminem's greatness. So I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. Absolute D-Friend Daily tomorrow. Make sure you follow on TikTok, all that shit. Me over here trying to keep this pod alive. Get out of here. I feel like that B-side versus would be more unpredictable. It'd be unpredictable, but it's like, is a lot of motherfuckers gonna come watch? Because like I said, if I start doing that shit and it's like 3 niggas in the chat, I'm gonna just cut the live off and go to bed.
I mean, at the end of the day, we could just do like a DJ. If that's the case, like we just pick songs versus each other. Yeah. If that's the case.
True. So, anyways, like I said, salute to y'all. Make sure to that's already. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Absolute Podcast.
We make it add that to some podcasts. We could do like a best of 3 series once a month. Like literally, we could do like 5 songs versus each other at the end of a podcast. Like on some shit. Like see who win. Like just on some fun shit, and it's just a reminiscence of that, but it's a friendly competition. And maybe it speaks to something that we could be listening to or something right now at the moment. You know what I mean? So but cameras going off. You know what that mean?
That mean that bitch overheated. But anyways, that's all we got. Salute Water, salute Trail, salute Flying Low, salute D Harris, salute anybody else who hopped in the live tonight and was chopping it up and talking shit with us. We'll be back next week. For the podcast, we got our own individual channels, obviously Emerald Gamer Reactions, obviously D-Friend Daily. We'll see y'all next week. Probably see us Tuesday. Y'all see it earlier than usually. So we'll be back soon. Salute to y'all. Y'all have a great night, man.
Thursday followed by a football game, next Sunday game. You know what I mean?